Hello everybody, this is Theodore with Lies of the Devil, exposing lies of the devil. In this video, you're going to find out that Kent's daddy taught him how to be a thief. And what I want to do, and then his extended family, know that Kent gets what he deserves. Know that Kent is, well, if they could decide not to have him in the family, they would. Let's just say that. So this audio clip is a friend of the Hovind family. He actually grew up with Eric, so he knew Kent from very young age. Teenager, and he admits that Kent is a spoiled brat that didn't get spanked enough. Okay, so just pay attention, and Kent Hovind. Nobody wants Kent Hovind. You know why Kent Hovind got transferred 30 plus times while he was in so-called prison? It really was a cakewalk, because the prisoners, and I'm going to try to get a hold of him so that they can tell you personally, because he was a little effeminate. Nobody, the prison system saved his life because people would have beat the crap out of him because he couldn't stop talking. He inflamed people to anger, kind of like what he does with atheists. So Kent's just a weakling. He uses threat and intimidation. That's what he does. So let's listen to this audio here.
Don't do anything.
Yeah, basically that's right. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the thing is that if Kent had been spanked more when he was a kid, if Kent had been beat up and pushed around a little bit when he was a kid, being a brat, he probably wouldn't be this way. Because you think about this,
Even hear his
way, and we had to kind of learn by embarrassment, sometimes by threat, or at least the coercion. We had to learn the way the world works. Kent never, for whatever reason, I don't know his background, he's never had to do that. And so every single time someone tells Kent to do something, even if it's implied, he will do the opposite. Because it's like, you're not telling me what to do. Like if you told Kent not to jump off a cliff, he would jump off a cliff.
There you go. That's somebody who knows him very well. Here's Kent admitting that his daddy taught him how to be a thief.
Getting saved. So, yay. Hey, you parents, if your kids are home, say, look, while you're home, watch this. And just click one on. You can watch 10 minutes, they'll be hooked. So if you want to help us build this place and finish what we got started, if you have any junk silver coins, I remember my brother sold his Harley motorcycle years ago, and it was 1965 or 6, shortly after they stopped making the silver coins. And he wanted $1,000 for this Harley he had, and the guy paid him $1,000 face value in silver coins because it had not gone up in price yet. My dad said, hey, Ross, what are you going to do with that silver? He said, go buy something with it. He said, I'll buy it off. He gave him a check for $1,000 and bought the silver. Dad kept it for a couple of years and sold it for $18,000.
Wow.
When it peaked at 18 to 1. Now it's less than that, I think. But still, Dad was pretty smart. Okay, but anyway, I used to save this stuff. I said,
His dad was pretty smart. Yeah, taught him how to be a thief. Good job. So here's Chad Hovind, and again, the family, it's all about money. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about this guy, but it's all this whole thing. They're surrounded by money. It's what they do. You can pick your friends, but not your family. Chad Hovind and Kent Hovind. Extended families are interesting. I grew up in a great family with my father, Ross, a public school teacher who is a favorite teacher of generations of fifth and blah, blah, blah. A strong business savvy leader with a heart for helping the elderly and loving her kids and grandkids. Talking about the mom, I guess. I never thought my dad was famous since we grew up in a small town of 1,500 in Groveland, Illinois. But wherever we went, Disney, etc., former students came up to say hello to Mr. Hovind. My dad had two brothers, Mark and Kent, who couldn't be more different. I've probably spoken to both of them less than 5 times in the last 20 years. One was a very opinionated agnostic, while the other was a very opinionated evangelist. Many of us nephews and cousins would joke that if we ever put the two of them in a ring to debate, we could sell tickets and invite the whole family. Occasionally, someone mistakes me and my family with my eccentric uncles. My uncle Kent is a world-famous Baptist creationist who spoke hundreds of times a year until he was jailed for tax evasion. See, even his own family admits it was tax evasion. Even his own family admits it was tax evasion. I've rarely spoken to my Uncle Kent over the years, and the few times we talked were at family gatherings or vacations where he was trying to convince family members that Social Security was optional, paying income tax was unconstitutional, and his 20-year battle with the IRS was going well. Kent has not changed, people. He has not changed. I'm telling you, he's trying to wage war with the government, and he's going to lose. He's going to lose again. In our few talks, I told him that he was wrong on his views on taxes and was not respecting the rule of law. I told him his conspiracy talks and his black helicopters and government conspiracies was not helping his credibility. Years later, I heard he was thrown in jail for tax evasion in Pensacola. He is still in prison today. My other uncle passed away this past year. No one wants to speak badly of a family member, privately or publicly, because families share your blood. However, sharing blood doesn't mean sharing views. I'm sure the list of Thin Wendy uncles, and I disagree on his, etc., etc. Over the years, I've tried to keep the old advice: if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. I wrote this blog simply because a few have confused me with other family members with my 2 books coming out in July. We can pick our friends, but not our family. Even when family members do the wrong thing and we want to distance ourselves, the Bible reminds us to love the unlovable. Love the unlovable. Kent's family, he's a black sheep. He's one of those spoiled children that when there's a family gathering, he's one of those spoiled children that run up on down on the couch and kick people in the shins and scream and like, I want my candy. And everybody's just like, oh my gosh, dude, get out of here. Who's his parents? Get him out of here. That's who Ken is. Love the unlovable. He's unlovable. It's very sad, though. That's the thing. It's very sad because he won't see it. He's a narcissist. Visit the prisoner in prison, even if you think they've reaped what they've sown. He's basically saying Ken gets what he deserves and attempt to restore those caught in sin gently. See? His own family. Let's end this on the Bible here. 2 Peter 2:12. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. This is talking about spoiled children. Proverbs 12:1. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. Proverbs 29:15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. It's very sad. Proverbs 13:24, he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteth him betimes. What does that mean? That doesn't mean to beat your children. It doesn't mean to, all it means is that if your child is doing wrong, you better teach him a lesson. It's not to sit there and beat him 5-10 times with the belt. It's to say, hey, listen, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this because you left me no choice. You have to listen. And then put them in timeout. If they keep doing it, then give them a spanking. You know what I mean? It's not and don't spank them and give them whatever they want, because then they'll grow up to learn that they can take advantage. I got stuff to do. I got to get going. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. John 8:32. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. The truth is Jesus Christ and His word.